God, it's so hot here. If only there was somewhere that sold fans. So I'm in Mexico City for the Mexico City E-Prix Formula E race, which is a top tier single seater electric car racing like Formula One but with electric cars. If you know that already, you wouldn't be watching this if you didn't know. So I just had something to eat on the way here in this market. Oh, it was fantastic. Although there was a bit of peer pressure involved because I went up to the stall and I was looking at it. And they were going like, I said, you know, what is it? And I was looking at it, it just looked like meat, different types of meat. And then the guy was going like, lengua, and said all these other words that I don't recognise. Lengua means tongue, and a load of other words that I don't recognise, which means innards. It's innards, mate. Do you want some innards? And then the woman at the stall was saying, which would you like? And the guy next to me was saying, oh, have all of them, you know. So, okay. So I thought I'll have all of them. It's not a good country to be a vegan. That's what I've learned. And so far I'm not. But it would be hard if I was going to try and start here. And it tasted great actually, and it was ridiculously cheap. I had 5 of these little tacos and it was like 15 pesos, which is about 70p. It's a baking hot day here and I don't have a hat or a cap of any kind, which is not great because it looks absolutely roasting hot in the seats where I'm going to be sitting, so I may have to wait a little while until the sun cools off. So I've no idea what to expect. That's bollocks, isn't it? Clearly it's going to be a load of cars racing each other, I know that much, but I think it's a different experience here, and they have all sorts of like things where you can vote for drivers and stuff. I don't know, I'm going to find out.
Una excelente persona porque me ha enseñado todo.
Tell you what, climbing upstairs, 2,200 meters. So that was that. Great fun, really enjoyed it. I think the racing was pretty decent. It's interesting to hear how quiet they are. You can hear how quiet something is. Just sort of electrical whinny, and the clatter as they go over the curbs. You can hear they're a lot lighter. Probably the single best thing about it was the fan experience, just in terms of, oh, it's just great being in the crowd there. Everyone was really pumped up, cheering everything, frankly, cheering the safety car, cheering the person who's last, and everything like that. And yeah, really good experience. I think you shouldn't compare, should you? It's not Formula One, but I didn't get the goosebumps that I get with Formula One. But I'd come again for sure. I think there's one thing I'd like to see improved. It would be that I found it quite confusing at times, and I was constantly looking down at my sheet of card with the driver names. I'm going, oh, number 20 is winning, or whatever. Oh, number 2 is chasing. Now I know a lot of that comes with knowledge of the sport, but as well, I found it really hard to understand what was going on. Just to elaborate on that, what I'm talking about here is things like percent usable energy, so the amount of battery left, fan boost and attack mode. And on top of that, if you're a novice like myself, I think it really helps to have an expert commentary team who can pull those things together and explain the significance in the context of the race. Because sometimes you can have a driver that's ahead, but they're actually disadvantaged by one or more factors, and you wouldn't really understand that just from watching the race next to the track. I thought there'd be more of that stuff in the app. I couldn't find it. Maybe I wasn't really looking in the right place, I don't know. The screen's quite far away as well, so you couldn't really see what the leaderboard was. But of course it's all happening in front of you, and the cars have got numbers on, so you know, there's sort of the old school style of things. But I think one of the things is, when you go to a Formula One race, people often say, oh, it's better watching at home. It's not. It really is not. You get everything that you would get at home, in the sense that you have the screen in front of you and you can see that. You can tune into the commentary, and it's happening in front of you as well. So, you know, the action is right there in front of you, so it's brilliant. I felt with this, I want to go home and watch the race again, because I feel like I missed so much of what happened. So that's one area for improvement, but you know, it's still a lot of fun. It's really cool. I like the fact that I don't know, it's a lot more easygoing, and the party's still going on actually now, and I found like Mexican people are really friendly anyway, aren't they? So that really helps. And certainly the people next to me were having a good long chat and having they were very welcoming and inviting and stuff. So yeah, very positive experience. I'd definitely do it again. I always find it very hard not to end videos with I'd recommend it, you should do this. But yeah, I'd recommend it, you should do this. So there we go. It's worth considering the cost of these things as well, because while the cheapest ticket for the Mexican Grand Prix in 2020, assuming it goes ahead, is $295 for a 3-day ticket, the ticket for the Formula E, or at least the one I bought, was $14. And for that I got to visit this historic Hermanos Rodriguez circuit. I got to experience the amazing atmosphere in that sort of baseball stadium section, and I got to see some really great motor racing. So it's really good value, and I think it makes it really accessible as well to people who might not otherwise be able to afford to watch live motorsport.